Hello students, please be seated and we are going to start the program now. We request all the students who are in this auditorium to please remain calm and be seated. Okay, so those of you who are standing there at the gate, would you mind coming forward? Okay, good afternoon. Students, unless you calm down, we won't be able to start the program. Hello students, please quickly come. We are going to start the program. Kindly occupy these vacant seats lying here. Everyone who are standing there, please we would request them to get themselves seated. Some seats are vacant here in the front few rows. Those of you who are standing, please come to the front rows. These rows at the front are vacant still. Would you mind coming here? Okay. So, good afternoon. Hello, those of you who are standing, please come here. Some seats are vacant on these front rows. Okay, so good afternoon and welcome to Netaji Auditorium program. Today our Honorable Director, Professor V.K. Tiwari sir is going to address the second year UG students. So I'm glad that I believe most of you are in the campus and most of you have. Now those who are not getting place, I think it's, please keep quiet. Hello everyone. I would request you to please keep quiet first. Unless you keep quiet, unless you calm down, we won't be able to start the program. There are some seats vacant here still. On the front rows, please do come here. Huh? Shuffle. কোভিডের মধ্যে শেয়ার করে না স্যার ওই সিঁড়িতে বসবে Okay, so now more or less everyone is seated. Some seats are vacant here. So, good afternoon everybody. This is Dhrubajyoti Sen, Dean of Student Affairs. On behalf of the Institute, we welcome you. Actually, we had a virtual or online welcoming session last year. But now that all of you are here in the campus, so it's our pleasure to meet you in person. And we are really excited that we are, after a long gap of 2 years, we are able to conduct such a session, such a lively session in the Netaji Auditorium. So it's good that you have made it to the today, and all of you are here. And our program may be quite brief. So once you please settle down, then we can conduct our further programs. Okay. So as you know that okay, fine, thank you. I think some of you are standing, maybe you didn't get a place to sit. Anyway, so we can start. If you wish, you can sit on the stairs if you like. Some of you can sit on the stairs if you like. I think you wouldn't mind sitting there. Okay, good. So first of all, because this is a offline session with you, all these second years, so we are really excited, and we thank all of you that you have come and attending and on time, and that's pretty nice thing to hear. Now, before I hand over the mic to our respected Deputy Director, Sir Professor Amit Patro, I would like to say a few words about the discipline what we expect in our campus. You please note that wherever you are, whether you are in the academic section, whether you are in the halls of residences, or you are in the common areas like playgrounds, gymkhana, etc., you must, and every time you must remember that you have to follow certain dignified protocols. Your dresses, the way you conduct yourself, so everything should be dignified, which befits the student of a premier institution like the IIT. And I take this opportunity to let you know that in the past also, and very near past, it has happened like this, that some students who were found not behaving in the proper way as we expect, so we have taken very serious action against them. So please be advised that as long as you are in our campus, whichever place you are, in the academic section, academic area, in the residential area, tech market, gymkhana, wherever you are, or in the playgrounds, please conduct yourself that befits a student of a premier institute such as IIT. We don't want our institute's name to get tarnished by your conduct. So this is like a kind of, you can say, it's not a warning, but just I want to make you remember that please behave yourself, and whenever you are going to class or whenever you are in the playground, etc., and dress yourself up in the proper, decent way as expected in a civilized society, and with your friends, with others, behavior should be courteous and helpful, and as is required while staying in a community. So with these words, I would like to request our dignitaries, uh, Professor Tiwari sir, our director, Professor Patru sir, our deputy director, and yeah, thanks for the applause, but we would request you to please keep quiet, otherwise you won't be able to listen to any of these dignitaries. Okay, so our registrar Mr. Nath is here, maybe he is busy. Okay, so thank you students. We really look forward to our two esteemed flag bearers of our institute. Incidentally, both are have been the alumni of our institute, and that gives an added incentive and morale to all of you, I'm sure. So without wasting further time, I would request our Deputy Director, sir, Professor Amit Patru, to come to the podium and introduce the deans and heads of departments.
Thank you, Professor Sen. Professor Tiwari, our director, the deans, heads of the department, staff members, and most of all of you, the students. I think we all welcomed you about maybe 9 months back last year when you joined virtually. I mean, we welcomed you virtually. So we all felt that it will be very good to meet you in person once you are here. So welcome physically to our campus. I hope all of you are happy. And we understand there are challenges because of COVID again, certain developments, certain constructions which should have happened 1 year back, they haven't yet been completed. So we understand that there may be some challenges. So hope we will take it in your stride, and as soon as things become better, you'll be all, we'll always share it with each other. As you know, it's a residential campus, so we have to try to accommodate all, because otherwise we cannot do like this, that let some people stay inside and let others go outside, right? So we cannot let that happen. So whatever it is, whatever facilities we have, good, bad, or whatever, we always share it with each other, and I hope, and that is also the true IIT Kharagpur spirit, and I hope all of you appreciate that, and that will be the founding principles based on which we run this institute. So it's once again my great pleasure to welcome you all physically, and also introduce to you some of the deans and heads of the department who are physically here. And I believe that many were, because we organized this program at a very short notice, many might not have heard. So I would like to introduce those whom I can see. Of course, Professor Tiwari, all of you know, he is our director, and he is also so he is the you can say he is the first citizen of our campus, right? And he has also done all his degrees, BTech, MTech, and PhD from IIT Kharagpur. He graduated. He completed his BTech in 1979. Again, the year on which I joined, in 1979. So I graduated in 1984. So, and you will find many other faculty who would have studied in IIT Kharagpur either as BTech, MTech or PhD, or maybe some of them, like both of us, we completed all our degrees. So we welcome you to that fraternity of IIT students. And Professor Sen himself is a civil engineering, even again a BTech from IIT Kharagpur, 1985. So he was actually 1 year junior to me. So I know him since then. And of course, Professor Tiwari also I know from my childhood. Now let me, Professor Kumar, please come. So let me, since Professor Kumar is walking, let me introduce him also. He is an 87 graduate of manufacturing engineering. And he is also the head of the school of, Rajendra Mishra School of Engineering Entrepreneurship. Yeah, so it is a little bit out of turn. I should have started with the deans. So let me now continue with Professor Shashwat Chakraborty. He is the Dean of Biotechnology and Biosciences and also Interdisciplinary Sciences, including the Management and Law School. Or which one? One of them is Professor Rajashekhar. Law. Yeah, he is the law. He looks up the law school, and Professor Rajashekhar, who is the Dean of Faculty and Sciences. So all the 5 science departments and management. So this I myself get confused because management we don't generally consider as a science, but still he looks after. Yeah. So it does. So we will find such complicated ways, but he will be one of the persons we will see quite often, because especially in undergraduate matters, he coordinates many of the activities. Then we have Professor Naikan, the Dean of Vinod Gupta School of Management. And Professor N.C. Nayak, Head of the Department of Humanities and Social Sciences. Professor Aurobindo Gupta, Head of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. Professor P.K. Datta is the Associate Dean of the Faculty of Engineering and Architecture. The Dean of Faculty of Engineering and Architecture, Professor Desai, is currently out of the country, but he will be back in a couple of days. And then we also have the other Associate Dean, Professor Ram Gopal. He is also the Associate Dean of Engineering and Architecture. Another very important person you will get to know more and more is Professor Ajay Singh, who is the President of Technology Students Gymkhana. Then we have our Senior Security Officer, Sri Pramod Kumar. So he looks after the campus security. And you might have already met your Vice President, but still it's a good opportunity to introduce him in the Netaji Auditorium, Brahmjot Singh. So have I missed anyone? Yeah, Professor Partho Saha, Professor of Mechanical Engineering and Chairman of Hall Management Center. Yeah, these are the two very crucial positions, Chairman of Hall Management Center and President Technology Students Gymkhana. You will have a lot of interactions with him, with both of them. And of course, the Dean of Student Affairs, who is there for, although we call it Student Affairs, basically we can call it Dean of Students Welfare. So whenever there are general issues which concerns all the students, so you can always get in touch with the Dean of Students Affairs, But always take help of your immediate, those, supervisors like the wardens, the faculty advisors, the heads of the department. And if your problem doesn't get solved there, then you can come to the Dean of Students Affairs. So with this small introduction, let me now request our director, Professor Tiwari, to give his speech and interact with you after that. Thank you.
Professor Patra, the Deputy Director of the Institute, he has already introduced himself. He is a Professor of Electrical Engineering. He was also the Dean of Alumni Affairs some time back, 2010 or 12. Friends, we had welcomed you already online. But we thought in online, I think we saw few faces. We did from this very podium, few faces only. Well, you know that there were problems because of which we could not bring you here. And it's quite obvious, it was COVID. But we have additional problem. Friends, let me tell you, I am sure your parents must have felt after coming here that IIT Kharagpur is not well equipped so far as the accommodation is concerned. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Friends, let me tell you, you are right, you are right. We had pressure from several angles. We wanted you to be back on the campus. You were also interested to be back in the campus. The parents also wanted, and in fact, they were trying several ways to see that their wards come back to the campus. We have been trying for long, but something which was not in our capacity, and that was the construction work which has been going on during COVID was completely stopped at this place. You may not be knowing, the people who were working in construction were simply not allowed because of the places that they have been coming from the village areas, and there the situation was not that good. Therefore, the 1500 capacity, 1000 for girls and 500 for boys hostel, which were supposed to be completed by 2021, March 31st, has not been completed even today. Today I went to the hostel and I saw the accommodation. So I can tell you that whatever you have felt, I have told my dean, the chairman HMC and all the wardens that we are definitely the culprits for you friends, to your parents as well, because we had no other alternative than to accommodate you within the campus. We do not have the we are short of capacity, at least 1500 minimum. We thought to bring you here because outside we cannot keep you because of the safety reasons. We are not staying in a city where we could have had a big maybe apartment or a multi-storied building where we could have kept you. But that was not a situation, and that's not a situation here. Immediately after the boundary wall of this institute, I think we do not have accommodation. We do not have enough safety for you. Your parents have come, they might have come here, some of them might have left after keeping you here. They must have felt, and we do feel the same. If I am in your position, I would have felt the same thing which you are feeling. And we admit that. We apologize to each one of you. I have told my friends that we do apologize to you because we did not provide you what you are supposed to get. Yes, it is. Whatever may be the situation, you are not supposed to be, you are not bothered about that. You should be given the accommodation which is required of you and which you should be getting in any case. And therefore, I would first like to tell you, friends, that yes, we feel the pinch which you are going through now, your parents. I have apologized to many parents. I have told Dean also. In the morning also, I apologized to the MTechs and the PhD, those who were there and their parents. We have to do it, friends. I was just 10 days back, I was in US, and I was talking to my friends who left this institute 50 years back. Initially, this institute was made for only 3,000 capacity. When I was a student, Professor Patro was a student, even DJ Sen was a student, maybe C.S. Kumar was a student, all of them. This capacity of this campus was only 3,000 capacity. And it's a fully residential campus which was built on the complete money of Government of India. In 2008, when the second generation IITs came, I tell you, those who were admitted in IIT Bhubaneswar, they had similar situation here, and we had tough time. Because in 2006, the government increased the seats suddenly. I did not go into details of how and why and what was that. It was increased, and we being the highest in number, our proportion became higher. So in 2008, 2009, we had very tough time. In fact, what you see here, we had very tough time then at that time as well. These IIT Bhubaneswar students were also kept here. We had very tough time during 2008, 2009, and the things eased out in 2010. Similar situation has come up in 2020. In fact, we thought that because of the COVID, all the directors of all the IITs, particularly the older IITs, we requested the ministry not to increase or implement the quota of EWS. But they say that no, anyway it is COVID and you are going ahead with online, please go ahead. We had no other choice but to accept. But we were hoping against hope that the construction will start. But friends, the construction did not start because of the second wave of COVID again. And therefore, we are in a very bad situation. I can only appeal to you, request to you, that please bear with us. Our friends in US, they said that yes, we know that the situation is not under control of the administration. We never complained. In fact, the senior most person who told us, the Vinod Gupta, whose School of Management is there in this institute, and in fact, you should know that he created a history by creating a school in his own name, which was not there at all in the history of any government organization. And after that, other IITs then came up, and many alumni have donated and have their names on the buildings or on these systems which they wanted to donate for. We have many firsts in this institute. You should know that we are still the largest. We have the largest number of faculty. We have the largest area. Our area was, in fact, when I was a student and when I became faculty, I know Professor Chopra told us that we had 3,500 acres. But lot of area has been grabbed by the people around for some reason or the other, which was not in our control. And today we have 2,100 acres that we claim. It is there with us. It is slightly more than that, 2,100 acres, which no other IIT has. So we are the largest in area. We have the largest number of department centers and schools. You know that there are 52 department centers and schools. We have some of the divisions which are not existing even today in any of the IITs. For example, The Department of Agricultural Engineering, which used to be agriculture earlier, is now agriculture and food engineering, doesn't exist in any of the IITs, where the government has now pulled that each IIT should have such a department. The architecture department, which is also not there in any of the IITs, but the government just 2 years back, they floated that some of the IITs should bid for a department of architecture, and the bidding has been done, and many of the IITs, I think 6 or 7 of the IITs are going to have a department of architecture. We do have department of naval architecture and ocean engineering, which was not there at all in any of the IITs. After us, I think IIT Madras came up, but still it is not there in any other IIT. We do have mining engineering. It was not there in any IIT for that matter, and still it is not there, except now it is there. It is there in now IIT BHU, which you know that BHU had right from the beginning. So IIT BHU had mining engineering. It's for long, in fact. So only IIT BHU has mining. We have these schools of management, I said first was there. Then we have law school, which doesn't exist in any of the IITs. We are proud of our alumnus. The day you have joined, whether online or physical, I think you have become an IITian or a KGPian. And it is said that once a KGPian is always a KGPian. Some of the stories which our friends told when we were there in US 10 days back, they said that a time was there when only Pan Hall, you have seen Patel Azad Nehru, only these 3 halls were there, and they had tough time. The halls of RK Hall, RP Hall were coming up at that time. They said that the water condition was such that if you go to the bathroom and the water comes, maybe that you should be lucky if you can finish your bath in about 3 to 4 minutes. They say that we used to keep soap, and maybe that after some time the water goes. So we had to simply wipe off with the towel and come out. Now this is told by them, friends. And they said that the food in the hostel was such that we can survive anywhere in the world. Yes, it is. In fact, it is said also that if you can drive any car, or I should say four-wheeler only, in India, you can drive this anywhere in the world. Right? So this a similar way, if you can survive in IIT Kharagpur in these intense and difficult situations, friends, you have won the game already. I can tell you a simple example of the emotions which our friends had. You see, during COVID, you must have seen, now you are in the campus, I'm sure some of you came earlier as well, but some of you who have come now, you must have seen that there are several eateries. They have just opened a couple of days back, maybe 10 days back, 15 days back, we started. The market, there were several ward boys who were working in the hostels. Now all these things, when 24th of March 2020, when the lockdown was declared, we had about 8,000 students on the campus. No IIT had, but we had about 8,000 students on the campus. And all these ward boys, those who were working in eateries, all these things, everything got closed. And I can tell you a situation was very pathetic for their food, because they were living from hand to mouth. We had very tough situation. In that, I simply wrote a letter, just a mail to one of them, and that is nobody, Vinod Gupta. I just wrote a mail to him that, friend, the situation is that all the ward boys, everybody is now no work, and hence they may not get any money, and we do not know how long this will go. Unlike 1.0 came up on June 1, 2020, if you recall. and we had tough time. So you know what they said? You tell me how much money you need to give them ration at least till the time when this COVID will be there. And friend, we worked out in the dead of night. We came back here, the deputy director, the wardens, deans, we worked out, the registrar, we worked out and said that you need to pledge at least $1 million. And I can tell you that after the mail, when the morning I got up, I saw that yes, our request is admitted, and they say that $1 million is pledged. And in fact, you know why he said? He said, just listen to this very emotional thing. Vinod Gupta said that when I was 16-year-old, I had just come from Saharanpur. I was there in Nehru Hall. This is what he said. That time there was one Papaya who was also equal to maybe his age, maybe 14 or 15-year-old. He looked after him when he had fever. He said that feeling, I can still feel that my students, friends who will be there, they may have this problem. Just because of that simple and the emotional feeling that he had, he said that I am giving $1 lakh right away. So he gave immediately $1 lakh within 2-3 days, it came to us. And we started alumni COVID fund for giving ration to all the people, the med servants, the ward boys, the boys who are there in the eateries, all these, including our persons who were employed in construction work as well. So remember the trouble that they had here during that period, but the feeling and they have the emotions for the people of this place. I am sure you will be here for 4 years or 5 years. You will carry similar feelings when you go away. Yes, you are having some trouble now, some problem initially, maybe 5-6 months. I can tell you that I saw the construction now, and hopefully by January or so, I think we are going to get those 1,500 hostels. And in that case, I think the problem which you are facing will be eased out a lot. So friends, I can only say that you have come here. You know that this IIT has everything in a technological way. Technology is the buzzword here. Technology is the way of life in IIT Kharagpur. When you come out of your hostels, you see technology students gymkhana. When you proceed, you will find technology swimming pool. When you proceed further, you get technology hospital. And then you proceed further, you will get technology market. You have technology societies here. Hindi society, dramatic society, film society, which will be shown to you here. We had enjoyed this when we were students, myself, Professor Sen, Professor C.S. Kumar, Professor Patra. You will also enjoy these over here as well. Your next 4 years or 5 years is going to be very enjoyable, friends. And remember that the knowledge and the human being, a complete human being you will become, not only by the bookish knowledge that which we are going to give you, our friends are going to give you in the classrooms, but you will learn more from your friends in gymkhana, in the hostels, in sports field, and all the camaraderie that you will learn, and the every politics of life that you will learn will be from the friends. You will meet friends from various places. You might have already met. Yes, there is a positive ray here. Maybe 3 or 4 students are there in a room. You will never get this opportunity to have 4 people of 4 different states staying together. Yes, you can say that this is very bad, but this is also a golden opportunity to know your friend, what are his ways, which state he comes from, what are his food habits, what are the culture, etc., to exchange. This is an opportunity. Friends, you have to seek the opportunity by its forelock that has been saying. You have got an opportunity. It is said that make lemonade out of a lemon. And this is an opportunity here. You have tough time, but remain with the saying that when going is tough, tough gets going. You are the people who are going through a tough time, but I think you will come out as a tough person in your life. Each one of you will definitely succeed, because we have seen the world today and we have 73,000 alumni, and all the 73,000 alumni are doing well in their life, and across the globe they are available. I need not say Sundar Pichai is there, many other people who are there in this world and doing so well. I'm sure there will be several Sundar Pichais here. Why not? You should feel that yes, you can. You must have a feeling, yes. Yeah, friends, you don't think that you cannot. You can. I believe if you have dreams, you will definitely become. Sundar Pichai never thought of that. He was also a student like that. Maybe if you would have been told to him at that point, he would have said, oh, come on, I am doing metallurgy. I don't know how I will become a chairperson or ECU of Google. No. But things happen because there is a determination which is subbed in you when you are there at IIT Kharagpur. I can tell you that each one of you will come out. We have seen students who are not doing so well, not getting 7 point, 8 point, 9 pointers or so. But I think they are doing so well immediately after getting out from here, because they have the common sense. And actually what takes your life ahead is not only the bookish knowledge which is given to you, but the common sense which you apply each and every solution that you are looking for in your life. It could be in a workplace, it could be in an organization, it could be any place that you are thinking of, even including politics. So friends, you have come to an institute which is first of its kind in the world. I say IIT, first IIT of the world, because before 1951, there was no IIT in this world. So when 1951, 18th of August, IIT Kharagpur came, we say that an IIT has born. And all the And all the 23 IITs you see today are born out of Kharagpur, and many ideas, many things that we have done here are being followed at other IITs. Yes, they are getting more money now because they have to build up the campus. Today I came to know that IIT Tirupati has fully transferred to the permanent campus, so they are very happy. We congratulated them. Very nice. But they have less capacity now, and they have more time to grow. By the time they come, you will be far ahead of this IIT's standard. You will be definitely doing so well. You know that we have kept a target of taking this IIT to the top 10 in the world. How many of you believe, friends? Just raise your hands. Oh, great, great, great. So nice of you. In fact, very nice. So I think when it was told in Google, when I was talking to Sundar Pichai at that time, I told that we have dream to take this IIT to top 10 in the world. You know, after he was off the air, the other alumni who were listening to me, they said, sir, do you think that this is possible? I said, yes. You must have dreams. And if you are thinking that, yes, I will do it or we will do it, yes, we will do it. And they said that, yes, it is possible now that when the director is saying, I said, no, it's not director is saying. It's the conviction that we have. If we do not dream, how? How do you know that a person who is here will not create another CEO of another big company, will not create many companies? Several of our IIT Kharagpur graduates have created so many companies, and they are doing so well. So why you can't do it? So yes, I think I'm so happy that many of you feel that yes, IIT Kharagpur will become in top 10 in the world. And yes, friends, once it goes, you will feel so high. And I can tell you that in last 16 days, 17 days, we were there in US, 3 of us. The Dean was also there with us. I can tell you we have convinced everybody that yes, IIT Kharagpur is trying to reach to the top 10 in the world, and let us talk this only. I was talking to the ambassador of New York, Taranjit Singh, and he said that I think the dream which you people are thinking, it's a great dream, and I'm sure you will reach. You know that our Prime Minister has talked of $5 trillion economy. You might have said that, oh, how it is possible? It's just $2 trillion at present now. It's close to 3 now getting. But yes, if a target is given, you will look at the target, work hard, that is there in your hand. I am sure you will reach. Everything that you have to plan, you must have a target, you must have a time, and then you must follow the path. I am sure that each one of you who have come here are toppers in your schools, but you will meet several toppers. So this is one caution which I want to give you, friends, that all of you are toppers in your school, but here all toppers are seated here. So therefore, there is a high competition between each one of you. And you should not feel bad that the other person is going ahead of you. You have your own agenda, that I have to be at a certain level. Don't worry about Mr. X and Mr. Y. You keep your agenda high and you target, say, 9.9. If you target 9.9, I am sure you will reach definitely close to that. This is what I believe, and I am sure young generation that you are, and the confidence that I have in you, because remember, I can tell you, I have been telling my DD as all of friends who passed JE, when I passed JE that time, and the JE which you have passed, I think if we sit, we will fail. Yes, we cannot pass the examination which you have cracked in 2021 and come here. The level of question paper is very, very tough. I was there at the helm of affairs of designing the question paper in 2004, 2005, 2006. And I can tell you the design which have been developed so far till 2020 is the same design which our team decided in 2005. And in 2021, it was IIT Kharagpur who had conducted JE Advanced. You should be proud that you are at the same institute. I can also tell you that when I entered here, I just walked down as a BTech first year student, and now I am holding the highest position. Many of you will do the same thing. My Professor Patra is here. So, friends, I think you must have a dream. You will work for your dream, and you will succeed. With this, I wish all the best. And friends, I again request you, bear with us and cooperate with us. We are trying our level best to make you comfortable. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your very educative, entertaining, and very lively discussion. Your sharing your experience with the students. I'm sure the students love that. So let's give a big applause to both our alumni, and they gave. And we are really glad that they are heading our institution, and all of you would be there, and in future, I'm sure, as sir said, that you would also be taking our IIT Kharagpur's name to further heights. So with we are very hopeful for that. And as Professor Tiwari said, if you have the conviction, you can do that. So good. Now, this is my pleasant duty to offer a vote of thanks to those who made this function or this event possible. So first, I would like to thank the students for sparing your time and turning out in huge numbers. And I think some of you, your parents are also here. I believe they are sitting in the Raman Auditorium. They are also seeing the live streaming of this event. Then I would like to thank our director, deputy director, and other dignitaries who also have taken their time, and they are sparing their time here with you. Thank you, sirs. And then we have the auditorium, the Netaji auditorium staff who have, in the morning also there was a session. It was with the MTech students who joined this year. And of course, the security and the overall administration. who have helped us in managing this program. So thank you everyone, and we hope to see you again in some other function and some other program. In the meantime, classes are starting tomorrow. I'm sure you would pay more attention to that, and then you would be getting breaks, and during those breaks you can enjoy, and of course weekends are there. So all the best to everyone, and see you sometimes later. Thank you. Would you please be seated in your places? We would request the dignitaries to leave first, then you can leave afterwards. Just be patient for 5 minutes.